When I found out I made the roster, I was obviously so ecstatic, but it wasn't like here's a list and here's who made the team. It was kind of like you were going through the process, and slowly the 2 players that didn't make it got tickets home, and either your ticket said you were going to Panama or you were going back to your hometown. So it was nerve-wracking because you didn't find out until the night before we were leaving. But I mean, I feel like a lot of us, we worked our butts off that entire camp, so you kind of had a good idea of like if you were going to go to Panama or not. So I mean, I was really nervous, but I was pretty confident in what the end result would be just based on my performance at the camp. For the under-20s is obviously not the full World Cup, but it's a World Cup for the youth players to kind of to show their stuff, and obviously it's a great experience, and you get that experience to then hopefully one day make the full team and play in that World Cup, because that's everyone's ultimate goal. Throughout camp we talk a lot about what our ultimate goal is as a team, and obviously to win the World Cup, that would be a huge goal, but the ultimate goal is to make the full team and pool players in to make that World Cup. So the process of me making the U20 team has been actually surprising, considering my past soccer experiences. I was cut from a lot of the top teams, and I persevered through that and eventually found my way, grew a couple inches, and I was seen by the U20 coach, the former U20 coach, and she brought me into camp, and I was only 17 at the time, so I got another chance I got 2 U20 World Cups. That World Cup we didn't do as well as we had hoped, but this World Cup was an awesome experience, and just playing at Oregon State, I've gotten so much stronger. I've played against such good teams. I noticed a huge difference from the last U20 qualifiers to this U20s, for sure. Oregon State has prepared me in so many aspects of the game, just because coming to Oregon State, I knew it was a developing program, and I think that's something that, like, even as Canada, we're now a developing program. We've had to overcome a lot of barriers with ex-coaches, and we're just trying to create a name for ourselves, and I think that's kind of similar to Oregon State. Oregon State soccer is trying to create a name for themselves, and over the years, we've just been improving so much, and the idea of that is just, it's cool to be a part of that, and as a forward, I've received multiple awards and stuff like that. I never expected any of that coming here, so it's just kind of, because I know that I have the opportunities to do things like that, it's almost like the same in Canada soccer. I feel like I can always get better and keep pushing myself, and both of them kind of meet in the middle like that, I guess. My soccer skills have literally gone from here to here, and I can still, I feel like, get even better, but just going from playing in Canada, the soccer is still obviously really good over there, but just if you want to get stronger, if you want to play, against the UCLAs, the Stanfords and stuff like that, that's always going to make you better. So, and coming to Oregon State, Linus has a very easygoing soccer style. You kind of add your own unique playing style to his style. So I feel like I've been able to keep my individual skills within my playing style, but his has also allowed me to evolve into, like I said, a stronger player. My speed has definitely helped me a lot at the college level, and to be honest, I find it even helps me even more at the international level. Most people probably wouldn't expect that. It's just, you become, I feel like at the international level you have to be that much smarter though, and that much quicker about your speed and when to use it. So with my speed in the international level and in the tournament, for example, my goal against the US, there was a poor pass that was a square ball across the back line, and I read that and then sprinted with the ball with my momentum, rather than just, if I had constantly been running around at one pace, I wouldn't have got that ball. So I think it's more important to use your speed wisely at the international level rather than at the college level, I think, where you can kind of just sprint around all the time. So I think it's definitely helpful at both levels, for sure. My experience playing at the Under20 Concacaf qualifiers was my second, but it was amazing. I mean, you get to play against tons of different countries with different playing styles, and your team has to learn how to adapt to new situations within the formation that you're playing. So you just grow so much as a player, and it tests your abilities. I mean, personally, you may do well against Haiti as an individual, but when you're tested by playing Mexico and the U.S., it really shows how you are as a player. So I like that aspect of it, and considering we only had 2 weeks together, I think we did a really good job. So I was really proud of my team. At the international level, I actually scored, I think, 4 goals, but it was every goal was just like, oh my gosh, like I have the lamest celebration too. I just score and stand there with my hands in the air looking at my team as they run towards me. But yeah, like I said, I mean, when you score against Haiti and that, it's already like you're just like, oh my God, like an international goal, like so cool. But in the finals, I scored a goal against the U.S. Like that really, you just know that you've grown as a player when you go and play one of the top teams in the world and you can score a goal. It's so humbling, and it felt unreal. There isn't a lot of times you get the ability to play for your country. Like, not many people have that experience in their lifetime. So when you are playing for your country, I remember I was on Twitter and I was looking through like quotes and stuff, and I read one. It was like, it means so much more. The name on the front of your jersey means so much more than the name on the back of your jersey. And I was like, that's so true. Like, that's how you feel. Like, the players who are more concerned about the name on the back of their jersey, I feel like never go as far, because when you have pride in your country, you want to do well for your country. You want to represent your country rather than just yourself as an individual. So I don't know. Every day I just would look down and see that logo and just be like, all right, let's go. For the preparations for the World Cup, which is going to be in August in Japan. Basically, we weren't sure if we were going to qualify, so there aren't any camps set, no specific dates, but from what I've heard, we're probably going to have a camp in May, a camp in June, a camp in July, and then we're going to be gone all of August. So I'm expecting a lot of soccer in the next coming months. It's hard to go to school while you're away for so many days and weeks and months, but I mean, you pick and choose the right classes. You talk to your teachers prior to, and if they're not willing to be flexible with your dates, you have to kind of either withdraw, drop the class. And I took a lot of online classes, which is difficult, but it's really flexible. Like, I was taking anatomy on the road, and my teacher would be like, if you need an extension, like, it's fine. She's like American, but she's like, go Canada. It's nice to know that you can still finish your degree, because that's really important to me. My education is like, I want to be a nurse, so like I don't want to fall behind, all that stuff. So I just want to make sure I'm on top of things, and hopefully I did well this time, but hopefully I can manage to do the same next time. Next year for season, I potentially, if I make the World Cup team, the team isn't set, but if you go into camp and keep performing, there's a good chance you'll make the team. That's my goal, obviously. And yeah, next season I'd probably miss a couple games because the World Cup does run into season, and I won't be there for any of preseason. So hopefully our team makes it far enough that I can come back and we make the tournament or something, and we can just keep playing together, because Oregon State, playing with them is just as important to me.